I thought the casserole meant there was an added, 15-minute wait. So
Armando was at the fucking movies because he's,
What did you go see?
Tenet.
Who's in that?
John
you
David
go to the movie?
Washington and Robert Pattinson. It's a Christopher Nolan movie.
Wait,
You
who?
went to the movie? Robert Pattinson is in his bag this year.
Batman, bro. I was gonna say, what else movie is he in?
Batman.
It was like Inception meets
know.
Memento. Like it was those two previous Christopher Nolan films combined.
Butterfly Effect meets the Flintstones. All right, guys.
Requiem of a Dream.
Requiem. All right, we have Paige Fuller here. She's our first guest, first female guest. I mean,
Shout out to all the women listeners.
Yes. How many do y'all have that demographic? Like, if you were to look at your analytics.
no, it's mostly homosexual Asians.
Can you actually?
I'm just kidding. I can't tell from our data what their sexual orientation is.
I was like, do they have to like sign up?
I can only assume based on our viewership and comments and
Estonia.
Estonians. I think Estonians are number 17 country. Shout out to that one Estonian listener.
Made the top 20.
I mean, he likes the content, and I would too. But Paige, first off, I want to do a huge congratulations on your most recent success.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
BIG.
Paige has a really interesting story about Mr. BIG, Big Sean. I guess we can get right into it. Tell us how, because I know before even like COVID hit, you were even mentioning this kind of Big Sean thing. It was like percolating, but I guess just like tell us the story of like how that kind of happened.
Yeah, so this was like back before I left. So like May, this guy, Mike Carson, he followed me on Instagram, and he's been following me for like a couple weeks, and he DM'd me. He was like, hey, my name's Mike. I handle Big Sean's merch, and he has an album coming out, and we're looking for artists to design, a t-shirt, and you kind of fit the criteria. Your style matches what we want. And I was like, what? Okay, I guess. So I was like, here's my email. And I was like, maybe he won't get back to me. I don't know. So I gave him my email. He like contacted me like a few days later with like a whole brief and everything. So I was like, oh, this is legit. Like, this is for real. Okay. And so basically, so I had to like discuss with my friends, because I have some friends who like kind of work more in the industry, like photographers and like web designers and stuff. So I was like, hey, like, how do I go about this as like a freelance worker and artist? Like, do I need somebody to like, an agent or something? My friend was like, yeah, you need an agent. I'll give you an agent. So I was like, okay, cool. And so I like contacted this agent to help me with like all the legal crap with it. And yeah, I had to sign like some stuff for it. And
it was for your artwork on the last album.
Yes.
Too, which is the best shirt of the 5, if I do say so myself. Unbiased. I swear to the listeners.
Thank you.
Now, how does the art? I was actually really curious when I was looking at the artwork, and just like I didn't listen to the album. I don't know if you did either, but how does the artwork connect to the context of the album in any way?
Honestly, I haven't listened to the album just yet. The shirt dropped, I guess like a week after the album did.
Can you still purchase the shirt?
No, they're actually sold out.
Sold out.
Hey, gonna figure out.
Sold out.
Flags.
Sold out now. So, but I'm gonna figure out if I can like get a few extra prints.
And you got the bag, right? I mean,
not yet, but I did sign something, so I'm gonna receive it.
Okay.
Now I should legally be receiving my bag.
Bag in limbo to being secured.
In limbo right now.
Now,
okay, we have other bags.
You were hinting at some I don't know, almost like something went on with Big Sean, and you were kind of like, we might be canceled by Big Sean in this episode. So what do you mean by that?
I was being dramatic, but whenever my design was posted, I never got tagged. None of the artists got tagged. And I was just like, is this just like a industry thing? Like we don't tag artists or something?
Too cool to tag. Hashtag too cool to tag.
That's fucking
huh?
That's fucking lame. Like I don't know.
And then in his caption, he's like, I created some merch for you guys. I made this merch for you guys.
Well, can you describe what the artwork was of?
Here, let me
can we pull it up as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
Screen share. I have Miss Fuller's whole catalog up here.
And yeah, what was sort of like the memo of like, this is what we're looking for?
Ooh, that's not
as the content. Ooh. That looks like an old Espanol teacher, Tom. What's going on?
That's not Instagram, guys. All right, Big Sean, here it is. What was the question again? Sorry.
Oh yeah. So what did the artwork get? Pretty much what it was inspired by. So in the brief, he asked me to create an image of 4 women braiding each other's hair, and that's like right up my alley. So I was like, yeah, I know what to do. Like he already knew what he wanted from when he asked me. So like literally it took me like maybe 3 days to make it, to just like sit on it and be like, okay.
Was the scale originally like the same scale as the print on the shirt? Like, were you basing it on like, okay, a shirt's about this big, or was it just on canvas?
I have it on my wall if you want to see it. Can I grab it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hold on.
You see mine, Armando?
I'll grab mine. But yeah, so if for those not watching, brown.
You're gonna describe
it. Cotton.
Is that the OG original?
Yeah, this is original.
Paige, I'm not gonna lie. When I was going through your page, like, what do these things? Because like your work, you know, like not like your store work, but like, what are these things going for? Because I really like this one.
What's the resale market on a page?
I like that one a lot. And
hey Paige, how much could I get if I sold this?
I said mine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mine went up in value. Mine's framed. Mine's framed.
I would never sell this, by the way.
Don't you ever? I still have a lot left of that print.
This one?
Got some more made.
I need this. No. I need the signature though. I need like the one of one, maybe a little message, and then my best friend.
I should have put like a little number out of whatever number, you know. But I made more, so it wasn't really a limited amount.
When you blow up, I'm just gonna post all the pictures of me trying to make out with you. Just so like we have a connection.
I have like 3.
I know.
Tom can just like try to like grab my neck or my face.
Thank God you're cool.
Okay, why don't you get a little bit of just like your background, like where you're from / like I guess the disciplines with which you sort of associate and work under, because it's a multiple sort of, you know, the photography, the paintings, the drawings, as well as the cosmetics, which you know, I would say inspires the work as well. So it's all sort of, you know, floating within this world of images.
Right. Wait, what was the question?
Really just where you're from and the background, because you know, here we have the hair supplies and combs and
yeah. So I was born in Atlanta actually. And my family moved to Dallas when I was like 3, 4 maybe. I think I was like 3 or 4. And my dad's from Dallas, so that's why we came here. And I pretty much like hopped around Dallas my whole life into like suburbs and whatnot. Yeah.
And then Bay, I guess, for the previous few.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so what? I didn't get that question. I couldn't hear that.
No, I mean like what? I mean like obviously like there is like what I mean like there's like so many eras I feel like that you're pulling from. I guess like what would be like
Right.
the biggest inspiration or like I guess like how I feel like there's some way like, that you connect the past to the present in your own kind of clever way. I don't know if you think about that when you're making your art, or I don't know like
Yeah.
what is like the what are you trying to I guess like what is like I don't know.
Thought process.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So in my artwork, I pull a lot from music videos. For example, like a lot of late 90s, early 2000s music videos. A lot of my artwork, you'll see like if you scroll up, that this top left one, it's kind of like a club party kind of poster feel to it. A lot of the images I get on those come from actual like music videos and like photos taken at. Also, this is another place of inspiration I pull from. It's garage parties, like UK garage and house parties. I get like a lot of photography from those, that kind of scene from back in the day, and like I use like different images, like the guy in the top right corner of
I
the
like how
red.
you like reinterpret these different poses and like movements and almost like capturing like this motion and then creating like a still image out of it.
Right. Yeah. It's like literally I'll be watching a music video and I'll be like, stop. I
Mm-hmm.
want that scene, and I'm gonna draw that scene on my canvas.
Is there something about the moments that you're freezing in time like do they have like a sort of like energy to them? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
feel
not
like
represented.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I watch these music videos, there's this it's more so like a nostalgia
Mm.
of just like, I don't know, because we don't really have these kind of scenes. We have the scenes now in like modern day, but back then I feel like it was like a little bit more natural and less showy. Just the amount of fun people were having in these videos and at these functions and parties.
Well, people were present for a reason.
Yeah, they were more present, and I just like capturing those kind of moments, especially in like a Black kind of setting, um,
I
which
mean,
I
Color
still feel like.
palettes are always amazing. The color palettes are always A1, and I like how you experiment. Because it's sort of like the entire color wheel. You don't really shy away from any one.
Yeah, I just started getting into like color this year. Usually I'm like more of a black and white person. I
nice.
use like,
No, go for it. No, go for
oh,
it.
I usually use like India ink whenever. So I'll get like a blank canvas, like this middle piece right here with 3 women. Um, I'll get like watercolor and like do the background,
The
and then
negative space, yeah.
all the negative space, and then I'll go in and like draw the women with like a black pen and go over like those like really dark parts with black India ink.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. When I feel like when I like looked through your page and like I kind of was like, okay, like I don't know. There's something about where I feel like you were like kind of hitting some type of stride in like the past, like I don't know, maybe even month or so. I don't even know because I feel like something I really even like about you is that like I haven't seen your work really in I don't know a few months, but I always got the impression that you were always working or like you were always trying to like I guess like challenge yourself creatively. And there's nothing that impressed me more from when like you just kind of disappeared to some degree and then you just reappeared with this Big Sean kind of collaboration. Like what I mean, like, are you always just like looking or like, I feel like you're always just very observational.
Yeah, I am. I feel like in order for you to really be like in your bag artistically, you have to be looking back to what inspires you the most and stop looking at what everybody else is thinking is cool and what everybody else is thinking is like aesthetically pleasing and all that. Yet in order for like you to have like longevity and like originality and be able to really convey yourself artistically, you have to go within yourself. That sounds corny, but like you really have to go within yourself. That's what I had to do, and that's why I feel like I had this like reemergence. within my
How
art.
how important, like, I guess, like, how important do you like feel like your voice is right now?
I feel like my voice is pretty important.
Within the
I feel
context
like,
of your work.
sorry.
Like within like the context of your work and
Yeah.
like the moment, or like the moments that you're kind of capturing,
Mhm.
because I feel like they're incredibly novel. Like I don't know, there's something about it to where like I think, you know, because maybe I don't know, maybe it's because it's something that I'm not personally familiar with, but I feel like what you are bringing to, you know, the surface is something like that hasn't been highlighted in the angle that you're taking. You know, I mean, I don't know, there's something that seems incredibly new about it.
Right. I feel like within my artwork, what makes it like my voice more heard, I feel like my voice important is I'm taking from, I guess, personal experiences that resonate with a lot of, you know, Black people, Black women specifically, but Black people in general. Um, and it's not just the whole, because I feel like a lot of art that is made that people resonate with has more to do with struggle and oppression. And I completely respect and love artwork like that, but I feel like a lot of Black art that's portraying Black people in like their natural state and just having fun and like being colorful and, you know, showing off things that are unique to us needs to be shown more. And that's what I feel like I do in my artwork.
The highlights.
I mean,
Yeah.
is there like what's, I guess, like what's like going through your head right now? Like, is there like a thing that you're trying, or a conversation you're having with yourself, or like is there like I guess like what is something that you're working on, like in your head, to kind of push like your artwork to maybe like the next level, or like to kind of just kind of yeah, I guess kind of push it forward?
I think creating more stories, creating more storylines within my artwork. Um, I'm trying to make my artwork be seen not just in like, you know, this 2D sense, but also like intertwined with
The community.
the community, exactly, within everyday life. I want my artwork to touch, you know, communities that aren't even a part of the people I'm targeting, you know. I want them to see it and from their lens and appreciate it.
What's going through your mind when, you know, these felt works, for example?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like a stagnation, like I need to make something different, I need to put down the brush and pick up a scissor? Or is it just sort of a state of consciousness, just a flow state, and it's has nothing to do with like designer's block, but more so just curiosity?
I think it's more so curiosity. I feel like I have the ability to create in different mediums. Because I don't think those felt pieces would be as powerful without being felt. Like if I had drawn those, I don't think I would have liked them.
Mm.
And yeah, one day I was like actually I was in the art store and I was like, oh, felt would be cool to work with, but I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So I just had this felt sitting in my room for like maybe like a month, and I was just like sitting on like ideas of what I would make with the felt. And
Is the red and white polka dot, is that a sofa, or is it like a bean bag?
it's like a sofa. So I didn't want to put like lines
So,
for the cushioning in that. I just kind of wanted you to
oh,
like
okay, I see this
felt.
the pegs
Yeah.
now. I thought it was a couch, but I wasn't sure. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
like the, I mean, felt works great, especially if you making, you know, like hair in the other case, and in this case clothing.
Mm-hmm.
But also I just love like the rounded corners and like just the flow of the pieces. Um, it's like dynamic in that way. It's almost like you're capturing that movement you're trying to capture, even though it's still static. It
Mm-hmm.
feels as if it's like more almost like that, those 2 seconds in your phone when you like take a live photo, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like that slight bit of like movement. I feel like you
Yeah.
get that a bit more here, and it's again, it's like an extension of like the painting. Like it gives a different, it offers something different, you know, to the
Right.
story.
Yeah, I think like these pieces, the felt pieces are a little bit more obviously like arts and crafty, which I actually like about them because it's actually kind of hard to make these pieces. I had to like draw them first.
Mm, okay, yeah, that's interesting. So like
Yeah,
you
and
did
I
the
did a little
outline.
bit of layering on them too to create like shadow and like dimension. And I didn't want it to be like completely like a 2D kind of thing. I wanted I wanted it to look like, there's some dimension to
Yeah,
it.
I see that on the jacket now. Actually, it's almost like where there'd be a button on the cuff, maybe like the layering of
Right.
of the yellow.
Yeah.
Did you like punch out the circles, the polka dots, like with a hole
No, I,
puncher?
I no, I cut all of those.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was annoying, but
It,
I like the
it,
outcome.
who, who would be like the biggest inspiration since you've kind of started your artistic career? Like, who is there like a figure that you kind of like always kind of pull from, like a pool of thought, whether it be like a book or even an artist or an athlete, or like is there like someone that like kind of embodies like an ideal for you?
I have to ask myself this a lot because I don't really have a focal point, like a person of inspiration when it comes to my artwork. It's more so just an idea.
Like a theme.
And yeah,
Even
and
that communal aspect, it's almost like greater. It's like the whole as opposed to like
yeah, it's just a whole bunch of things I pull from my childhood. It's more so just I pull from nostalgia. I pull from like music videos, um, black celebrities, just like black pop culture in general. There's no like defining artist or person that I like would say inspires my artwork. One person I think of though, I would think of like Foxy Brown, the
Awesome.
rapper. That's a person I think of whenever I think of my art, or I think of an album. Get It Together by 702. It's a good album. It's an R&B group from the late 90s. And I think they're really dope. I always listen to them when I'm creating. So I
This,
feel like
I mean, I feel like you should just work for Moalola. I mean, like, how sick would that be?
it would be amazing if I could work with her in any aspect. Like, not even like I have to create some shit for her, like a whole collection, or like I don't even know what I would do for her, but it would be cool to just bounce ideas off of a person.
yeah, the perspective, the lens of this image is similar to like how some of her editorial shots are
Instantly thought of her. I
angled.
instantly thought of like Moalola.
Like the
Really?
depth perception of it with
Yeah.
like the legs in the front and then the 1 point perspective.
Yeah, I have the picture I'd like use to reference that. It was kind of a hard drawing to do because I've never done like a fish eye kind of lens. It wasn't really fish eye, it was more so just
Tough angle.
yeah, it was like a crazy angle. So I got it from like this photo right here.
Fire.
Yeah, sorry my screen's like cracked, but yeah, I got it from this image right here. And yeah, I like the angle a lot, so I was like, I want to use that in my next.
The hair and the heels have such like
I just realized they're real, right?
What?
The hair?
No, it's not real.
It's
that's
not
what
real?
I'm saying. Like
No, it's
the
not real.
the techniques they use to draw and paint the hair and like the light hitting the shoe
Mm-hmm.
is like it's I like it because there's parts where it's a little bit more like it's like more like flat like the bikini and the skin tone, but then like the hair and the shoes, it's like this contrast.
Yeah, I wanted it to look pretty flat on the skin tone. Like I want you to know like she's a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to do any extra, like that's her skin tone. It's gonna be one color.
Mm.
And the bikini too, I wanted it to look like cartoon like on her skin and the bikini, and then
Black Star.
her hair, I wanted it to look realistic. Because like that's something I feel like in a lot of my art, I like going for that realistic look when it comes to the hair. I kind of like referenced back to that
salons.
Yeah.
You ever blow these up?
One of the two women, huh?
Like, would you ever blow these up to like a big canvas or like something like that?
Yeah. So this one's actually pretty big. Can I show you this one actually too?
You have
This
it?
would be a
Yeah, I
great.
have it right here. My room is like my studio.
Well, actually,
This
it
would
says
be,
3 to 4 foot, right?
this would be a great sign.
Yeah, it's like 3 by.
Like if it was actually
Oh, it's
cut.
already big.
Yeah, it's like.
Fire.
That's sick. That's actually super.
Paige, what's the price on that?
Yeah. What are you valuing this shit at?
So these two, I'm not putting them up for sale yet because I wanted to have some whenever I can have like a showcasing in the
Yeah,
actual gallery. Then I'll price it. I'm thinking
G-Bar?
like I'm thinking 4,000 for this one though.
I
That's what
think
I want.
that's fair.
I like that. Keep that price point high.
Right, and that's why I'm not selling
exclusive.
because I get a lot of questions for commission, and I'm holding off on doing commission. I don't want to sell all my pieces before I can have my own show. But this is
Fire.
Super
Like,
sick.
yeah, I was talking to you before. I love the red just on the corner there. The lighting hitting the hair 500. That's it feels like something like not Mad Men, but like an advertising agency would like have like drawn for them in like the 50s, you know?
Right, yeah. I kind of pulled so that piece is inspired by I used to go get my hair done when I was a kid. My mom would take me like every 2 weeks to go get my hair to like flat iron and press and whatever. And while I was waiting, there's these magazines in like black salons. It's called like Black Hair Magazine. And you just go through it and see all the hairstyles. And that's kind of like what I took that from. And yeah.
2 to 3 years from now, I guess, like, not speaking monetarily, but like, what is like maybe like a goal or like maybe even like an impact you want to have?
I want to, so I have like a lot of things I want to do besides just, creating art. I want to work with like youth groups. I want to do workshops. Hopefully I'm in the position to, be in front of a crowd or something. That's like one of my goals is to like teach a class or do a workshop or something. I want to do that. And public speaking is something I've always
And with the beauty supplies too, we were talking.
Yeah, open my own beauty supply. Yeah. Opening up a beauty supply is a hard thing for Black people, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, this was very interesting when you were breaking that down.
Yeah, so a lot of beauty supplies aren't Black owned. Most beauty supplies aren't Black owned, actually. Because our market has been like pretty much like monopolized by other groups of people.
Conglomerates.
Just like conglomerates that aren't Black owned.
Motherfuckers.
Right. It's basically
Asians.
No, actually no. It's there a lot of hair supplies, Black hair supplies are Korean owned.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Fucking Daniel Pippins.
Daniel PP.
Daniel PP is gonna be on in maybe like a week or so with
Boil in the pot.
We should have me and him on here.
Oh my God, I would never. That'd just be like fucking awkward.
It wouldn't be awkward for me. It would probably be for him.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Yeah.
Can you go back to her website for a second and just click on? Because we're talking about the detail and in the hairstyles. Down. Yeah, right there, the white canvas. Yep, or the cream canvas.
This is all hand drawn.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I love how simple. There's so much richness in the hair, and then the simple line of that breaks the shoulder, and the hoop earrings. It's again like that sort of juxtaposition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that aspect of it too. It just makes you focus on the hair and
the lip gloss again being the light and the shadow. Do you have the reference for the family values?
Yeah. So, dang, do I have the?
I can Google it.
I got it. So, I was on eBay one day. I like wearing a lot of just like pro black kind of shirts, like vintage shirts.
Mhm.
And I was on eBay. That's where I like look for a lot of my like vintage shirts that I like. And I was like searching up like, just Pan-African kind of shirts, Black Power shirts, with whatever.
Mhm.
And I found this one on there, and it was like for $50. I was like, I don't know if I want to pay $50 for that.
That eBay negotiation.
Yeah, you're just like, but it was like a clean shirt, and I like went and searched if I can find like anybody else who sold it, and I couldn't find anybody. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own. Can you click on it? Actually, the family values one.
Love the color
That,
on
that one right there. Yeah.
in here. Great.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna make my own then. So basically, like I went and drew, like got a picture of like a black family, and like I just drew my own and created like my own version of pretty much the shirt. But I actually ended up buying the shirt anyways, because I was like, if I'm gonna recreate it, I'm gonna buy the original too. And so this is the original shirt right here.
I love the reference and just like the translation of it, because it becomes so personal,
Right. I tried to search the original artist and everything. It was like made in 1993, so I don't know who it is. But yeah, my shirt was inspired or my piece was inspired by this shirt. And I'm thinking about making it into an actual shirt, this piece here. I think it might be my next one I make into a shirt.
That's the next pre-order. So how's the pre-orders going? How did that so your t-shirts, the original image with all the hairstyles. Can you click that one, Tom? That was on pre-order on Friday.
Yeah.
How's that gone? Was there a lot of like, do you kind of just sit back and watch, people, it happen, or are you like already like packaging the shirts and sort of, is it hectic? Is it chaos, or is it, sort of just?
It's crazy. Like the amount of people that actually ordered a shirt, I was like, dang, okay, this is crazy.
So you
The feedback was,
got a check coming your way.
yeah.
Is the pre-order closed?
Sorry?
Is the pre-order closed?
So I don't know when to close it, but I think I'm gonna close it soon. That's the part I'm like, when do I close it?
So on this website here, on paigeflow.com, you can put the pre-order down.
Yeah, I can take it. I can take it down whenever I want.
No, but this is where you can purchase.
Yes, at paigefiller.com on my store.
Paige with a J.
Paige with a J.
It's pretty impressive that you have paigefiller.com, that URL. I mean, granted, it's little.
I've owned the URL since like 2015.
Oh wow.
And I just like had it for whenever I like created a website. I was like, might as well buy it now.
New website, new logo, fresh.
Thank you.
I mean, so when am I planning on getting this T-shirt? I mean, this is gonna be a.
So I said on the
number.
Huh?
Read the pre-order, Ron.
Yeah, read that pre-order. So I said 2 weeks from the order date. So
you better be at the USPS heavy, huh?
Yeah, so I'm thinking about how I'm going to
just hire someone.
Well, actually, I have this service. I have stamps.com. I don't know if you've ever used that, but basically you can like have them pick up stuff you want shipped out by the USPS.
Damn.
Just like leave it out and they'll come pick it up.
Paige, what are you working on right now? Like, what's the project?
So I don't know if I can even say anything about it. I think I can.
Yeah. Tom Ron Urs Fisher.
I mean, I know this is a pretty big platform. We have like quite a following, but I mean, the people want to know.
Yeah, I guess I could say it. I'm working on something. I don't know if you know who she is. She goes by Liv. She's an artist. She's actually from Dallas, like me. We used to work together at Puma at one point, actually. Yeah.
Crazy origin story.
Right. And so, yeah, she's been making music pretty heavily and like got a lot of like a good following from making music. She's like a great R&B. I would say she's like R&B, soul, neo soul kind of artist.
Paige.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on the 4-minute mark here.
Oh.
And I have one last question for you.
Sure.
I actually wrote it down because it's a quote from your website.
Mm-hmm.
I create my own stories. I don't wait to be included.
Yes.
Explain that to me. Well, explain, like, not explain, just like tell me what that means.
Yeah, it's literal. I feel like as a Black artist, a Black female artist, we kind of, I have to create my own stories because I feel like in the Black community, which isn't wrong, I feel like we should have a place in every, in every facet of life, we should have a place to be and be accepted. But I feel like right now as a community, we're kind of fighting to be accepted by a community that doesn't want to include us. And I feel like we kind of just, as a collective, we need to understand that the only way to, fight that is create our own platforms, create our own spaces, where we're included.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have to question, oh, wait, will they accept me? Will my voice be heard?
I feel like your voice is even more powerful right now. I don't know. Because when I went to go buy the T-shirt, and I never went to your website before, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking through it, and then I was just kind of I don't know. I was really inspired. I didn't know you were doing all this, and I felt like you were kind of tapping into something that reflects.
We're proud of you, Paige.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm all about work. You know what I mean? I'm all about people that put in the work and put in the time, and when I looked at your website, I respected just like the growth. I'm not saying that you weren't at this place, but I felt like you're always kind of working, and then this is kind of like, the sum of all that work that I felt like you're always kind of, maybe dissecting or looking at, or, I was like, oh wow, I never saw this. So, but I was very inspired and proud, I really mean that. I really,
Before you go, Skateboard P, plug yourself. Where else can the audience find your work?
So literally just Paige Fuller on Instagram. If you want to, email me about some work, pagefullerart@gmail.com.
Before we really go,
yeah,
let's pull up some pics.
Oh my god.
I commented on this one. I told her to bring that energy to the pod.
I took this last year during the Kincaid fires. Were y'all there last year when it was on fire?
Too? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were all there.
You should see
it. You like that picture though?
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I was filming myself today.
It's okay.
It's crazy. California is really on fire. Is it still crazy outside, Tommy?
No, it's pretty nice out. Sometimes the news does not reflect reality.
Yeah, it looks like hell. On the news, it's like
a cyclone of fire. I'm like
fire tornadoes everywhere.
I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like I was on the beach and I was like, it's nice. Like, what is everyone talking about? It's a little smoky, whatever. Fucking get them.
I thought you and I were gonna be hanging out. She got up and left too.
She left?
Yeah, she moved.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh.
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, she's been gone. She's been gone for a month and a half.
This is gonna
shout out
This is gonna shut off in maybe a minute, but
thank you, Paige.
Thank you, Paige.
Yeah.
He's right out the clock. I guess we can keep talking until it runs out.
Thanks for letting us gas you up.
Thank you. Paige. Yeah, Tommy said y'all gonna roast me.
I was planning on it, but I was like, this is our time.
Better half.
This could be your moment on our platform, so
Tommy didn't listen to the devil on his shoulder.
I'm gonna be the most listened to.
I didn't drink on this podcast, so.
Have you drank on all the other ones? I haven't listened yet. I need to listen.
Well, thank you for not listening to our podcast yet. I appreciate that.
It probably prepared me better since I didn't listen.
Honestly, our podcasts are nothing like this, so really fucking.
This is very mellow for you, huh?
This is very light to some degree, but yeah, we have some interesting ones.
Get Donnie on here next.